great honor to give the floor to His Excellency Mr. Abdi Farah Shirdon, Prime Minister of the Federal Government of Somalia. Your Excellency, you have the floor.
Thank you. I thank you, Mr. President. I'm Deputy High Commissioner for Human Rights, Special Representative of the Secretary General to Somalia, Special Representative of the African Union Commission to Somalia, the independent expert on the situation of human rights in Somalia, distinguished ambassadors, delegates, representatives from civil society, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is a great honor to be here with you today at this important high-level stand-alone interactive dialogue on Somalia, hosted by the Human Rights Council at its 24th session. I thank the Council and its leadership for an excellent job and for providing a platform to share with you progress made by my government despite of many challenges. Mr. President and distinguished delegates, on behalf of my government and the people of Somalia, I take this opportunity to send my sincere condolences to the Kenyan government and people, as well as families who have lost loved ones in the cowardly attack at the Westgate Mall in Nairobi, Kenya. The terror attack on September 21st spared no one, and those responsible must be held accountable. Terror has no boundaries. On September 21st, the world community has witnessed the serious danger posed by Al-Shabaab to not only Somalia, but also beyond Somalia. At the wake of this terrible tragedy, I called His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta of Kenya to express my government's sincere condolences and conveyed my unwavering support in this difficult time. This tragedy has brought our countries and people closer as we fight against a common enemy. Undoubtedly, Al-Shabaab has been weakened. However, calamities like that of this week reminds us that we are still have a difficult journey ahead of us. Military solution alone is not enough. Promotion of rule of law, greater regional cooperation, economic stability and provision of public services are all key factors that complement the military efforts. My government is committed to address youth unemployment across the country. This provides Al-Shabaab a breeding ground to recruit and spread their destructive ideology. It's therefore essential to create educational and economic opportunities for youth. Mr. President, Somalia is facing many challenges. My country has suffered much over the past 23 years, including destruction of government institutions. We are making progress in rebuilding institutions without which the enjoyment of human rights cannot be achieved, though challenges remain. To date, steps taken by my government in the protection and promotion of human rights include promotion of minority rights, the abolishment of the discriminatory 4.5 clan power sharing formula, to which the 0.5 was the sum of all minority clans to 5, making clans equal. Women in politics. My government took unprecedented steps by giving women key portfolios, including Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, as well as Minister of Human Development and Public Services, as well as Deputy Minister for Justice. In addition, my government has recently appointed the first woman to become the Governor of Somali Central Bank. Establishment of an independent human rights task force at interim on sexual violence and the killing of journalists. Draft bill on the establishment of an independent national human rights commission. I also hosted a week-long national human rights campaign. My government has adopted a draft post-transition human rights roadmap for Somalia on the 27th August 2013, which is now recognized as a National Human Rights Day for Somalia. My office also organized consultation meetings with the representatives from Somali civil society for the finalization of post-transition human rights roadmap. My government is fully committed to outreaching to all regional stakeholders to complete the draft roadmap. We are committed to the protection of journalists, and my government offers a sum of $50,000 as a reward towards reporting crimes against journalists. We have recently established an independent commission for IDPs and refugee resettlement and repatriation in a phased and orderly manner. We started implementing the Universal Periodic Review recommendations. We accepted 151 of your recommendations. Somalia alone cannot do this, and we need bilateral and multilateral cooperation in a timely and tangible manner. I want to emphasize that sexual violence and exploitation is a serious problem in Somalia. We have taken action to ensure that perpetrators for such crimes are dealt with in accordance with the law. My government has a zero tolerance for any sort of human abuses, particularly the sexual violence that are committed against the most vulnerable members of our community, women and those in IDP camps. Female genital mutilation is another very serious problem. We are committed to fight this harmful cultural practice. It's not Islamic, and we are committed to creating alternative sources of income for practitioners. Impunity. The decade of lawlessness in Somalia fueled dangerous presidency of impunity. This needs to stop now, and we are tackling this head-on by strengthening the institutions of rule of law, capacity of our security forces, and addressing corruption. Right to education. As a result of our 2 decades of civil war and complete collapse of access to free education, school enrollment rates in my country is among the lowest in the world. Only 4 out of 10 Somali children currently attend school. The Go to School initiative will give a quarter of young people currently out of education a chance to learn and become a productive member of a society. This historic initiative will provide free education to 1 million primary school students. The Go to School initiative started simultaneously in the capital city of Mogadishu and in all regions of Somalia, including Somaliland and Puntland. I would like to take this opportunity to thank our partners, particularly UNICEF, Turkish government, OIC, and all partners involved in this initiative. Yesterday, my Minister for Human Development and Public Services, Her Excellency Dr. Mariam, who is here with us, had a teleconference with His Excellency Mr. Gordon Brown, the United Nations Special Envoy for Global Education, and other international partners, offered significant support towards this initiative. I would like to take this opportunity to kindly appeal to all of you to support this noble initiative in a timely and tangible manner. In the realm of employment, the government passionately believes in promotion of decent work. My government is intending to strengthen the capacity of relevant institutions. We are committed to working harder to curb this trend by passing progressive labor laws in line with international labor standards. In addition, my government has begun the process on implementing the Decent Work Country program with the ILO and will be concluding, signing, and implementing the program. Civil society and diaspora. My government recognizes the critical role civil society and Somali diaspora play in the post-conflict reconstruction efforts. My government commends the role of civil society have played over the past 2 decades in the absence of central government, and we call on a greater collaboration with these important stakeholders. Also, my government acknowledges the indispensable role to be played by Somali diaspora in their host and home country. I would like to sincerely commend the proactive engagement and independence of the independent expert on the situation of human rights in Somalia, Dr. Shamsu Bari. We are grateful for his efforts and contributions. I wanted to thank AMISOM for its role in fighting Al-Shabaab and improving security in Somalia. I also wanted to thank ANSOM and the SRG for its support in building Somali institutions. In conclusion, I would like to be honored to host you in my beautiful country for a round of camel milk diplomacy, which was promised to you by my ambassador, His Excellency Yusuf Baribari, to whom I would like to express the gratitude of our nation for his exemplary commitment and excellent work despite the constraints. I thank you for your kind attention. Thank you.
I thank you, Your Excellency Prime Minister, for your statement, of your presence with us this afternoon. I will now, ladies